one.
Number one.
Hi.
Hello. What's going on?
Oh, there was a lot of holidays. I'm so super tired to
You're
to
tired from
relax.
relaxing?
Relaxing, yeah. Now you have to jump into
That's real
workflow,
life.
and it's like, oh, what to do? I don't know where to start.
What to do? What are we going to do? The new president. The return. He's going to kick all our asses.
He's like, oh, by the way,
Harvey's
here's
like, help me,
Harvey."
help me.
Yeah, he's like, I want to stop the planet. Please save me.
This inauguration is going to be interesting. I mean, this whole term, the next 4 years. I got friends, though, that are like, I'm moving.
Really?
That part is just,
Where?
they're not, no, they say it. They never mean it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what every person who's somewhat tries to claim they're into politics, like that's going to really alter their life significantly. And they say, I'm moving. What country's
another
better?
planet.
What country's better than here?
To another planet.
Yeah. Regardless of how shitty our situation is still the best country in the world. The fact that you're
Relatively,
even,
yes.
the fact that you have the option of leaving this country goes to show how powerful this country is.
People, I just came to this country.
Yeah. Lily was like, I'll take your, like, can we swap?
Yeah, can I?
Like,
I can give
citizenship?
you my spot. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to go to Russia? It's great.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of benefits as well if you want to try it out. We can have a free trial.
A little
But remember,
wife
it
swap,
expires.
partner swap,
Huh?
a little wife swap action.
I'm not gonna wife swap with someone, but I can kind of arrange the free trial for you if you want
A
to.
free trial, 30-day trial.
I mean,
And
I
if they
would
don't like it, do they get a refund? Like they can say, I'm just kidding. I realize
not
what I missed out on.
refund, not refund. I'm
Not
still
refund.
I'm still figuring out.
Uh-huh.
We will give you money
You're
back.
still figuring out this
Yeah,
the
if you-
terms and conditions of this passport swap.
Yeah, if you don't like it, we will return you money.
That should be a thing, though. There should be if an American says, hey, I do want to leave, like I'm planning on moving, whatever it is, for I'm moving or I got a new job or like I'm going to start a family there. I'm just straight up moving. You should, if you have to relinquish your passport, they should give you an option. I also want to give it to someone else. A swap, one for
Yeah,
one.
like-
Say, here's a good friend of mine. They're great. You have to pass some sort of preliminary background check and all that stuff. Make sure that, like, yeah, in a situation, the government would have given you your citizenship if you had met all the requirements. As long as you do, they're like, okay, Daniel's leaving, and he has to give up his passport.
In this case, there would be, I think, I don't want to offend anyone,
Well,
but
say it. If you think you're gonna offend anyone, you have to say it.
Mexicans will be like, okay, you live there for 3 years. Now we're swapping. Then there's someone else living for 3 years.
Okay, how
And there
about
will
this
be
though?
like,
In order
not
to
only
do that,
Mexicans. I mean, like Indian, Chinese, Russians, whatever.
to make it not crazy, because people would just do it. They just tag in, tag out every time. The process, you can only do it every 10 years if you ever wanted to like switch again. Like the same person can't do it again.
You know, it's so
if you're
hard.
a recipient of it, you can't like do it for 10 years at least.
For you to see, I'm here already for 7 years,
Mhm.
and this
Flew by.
it's
Okay, how about
yeah.
this? It costs $10,000 every time. The application fee.
Oh.
It's like 10,000 is a lot. It's not like buying a house though. Like it's
I mean,
doable.
I mean, why can't we just buy the citizenship in terms of like,
Oh,
okay,
they do. You
Daniel, I want to buy your citizenship.
Oh, like someone else's?
Yes.
Well, then what happens to me? I want to stay.
I mean, I'm offering you if you don't want to, so yeah.
I mean, they do that with I don't know if America does it, but in other countries you can provide an economic donation, but you have to be a millionaire.
It's a business kind of
Yeah,
visa.
usually it's like $1 million.
You have to invest like $500,000 to the economy.
It's economy, quote
But,
unquote.
okay, just for me to understand,
Mm.
if I came here and I started my company and my revenue is, let's say, like $1 million, Is it an
You're
investment?
stimulating the economy.
But is
But they
it
don't see
still
it that way.
investment?
No, it doesn't count. It'd have to be your money. You have to straight up give it to the government.
That's so weird. I just like
I know. We make
okay.
it really hard. That's why America. I think America
it's like
might
the
have
immigration
uh-huh.
in terms of like inauguration. It's gonna be inauguration. It's gonna become so hard.
What do you hard in what way?
It will be way harder to immigrate to the U.S. with the new party.
Nothing changed though, as much. Like for you, like you were here, you came to America when Obama was president, and then when Trump was president, and nothing really changed.
Nothing
For
really
you.
changed.
Now maybe
for
your
me.
chances of getting a green card lottery, for example, it might have reduced even more because they were only going to give away so many per year, right? Oh my God, what show is this?
Hey, it's like one president over. Stop it, Harvey.
This is the equivalent of Trump and Kamala right here. They secretly love each other.
What is going on?
What if that was a thing? What if they ended up secretly together and they were hooking up? Wouldn't that cause conflict from both, like voters on both sides? So wait a minute. I hated the other person, but they're both hooking up. That's how you change the world. Trump and Kamala come out and they say, we love each other. Can't get enough. And we break barriers. What is this show?
Get out!
Get down.
Stop it.
Jesus. Sit. Get down. Sit. My God.
He
These
was
boys.
like laying quietly.
It
Hey,
was Harvey's fault.
stop it.
Mm.
Secretly in love with each other. That would be weird.
But it would be groundbreaking.
I'm not sure. Is Trump kind of racist?
I mean, he kind of dated one of your people. She's not Russian, but somewhat.
Hold. Is
Chong,
this
chong,
a-
ching, chong. Same. Right? Chinese, Japanese, Russian.
No.
I'm saying, you know how people go, Chinese, Japanese,
do I look? Do I look
Siamese, look at
Chinese
these.
to you?
no,
not
I'm
the-
saying like we tend to categorize. We just assume everybody's. If you're European, you're probably Russian. If you're not English, you're Russian. You know what I mean? There's like, I think Americans will default. There's English, Italian, Greek, German, Swiss, and then Russian. Everybody else is Russian.
Like Serbian.
Yeah, if they say Serbian
Albanian,
and they even hear them speak their
Romanian.
language, most Americans say, I don't know, they're speaking some sort of Russian language. It's the
It's
same. And if even if people, oh, I'm from Bulgaria, so like Russia, because that was the same as me. I'm Korean. Oh, so like China.
Harvey, иди сюда. Come.
Probably a bad idea to let the dogs in the studio.
Come.
Huh?
Come. Быстро.
No, just let them hump while we're having this entire show. Let's see what they do, undisturbed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Yeah, right here. Oh, keep my feet warm. Oh, yeah. I have a dog rug on top of a cow rug.
Okay.
But yeah, it would be groundbreaking, and voters would be so conflicted, but they'd have to accept it. If you don't accept it, you're a bigot.
Bigot?
Yeah.
What's bigot?
Like you don't believe in it's equality, inclusivity, equality on all levels.
You're bigot.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're equal?
If you don't believe, if you're a bigot, you don't believe it. Like you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're all the
so
isms.
Bigot is
Ist.
the is
It's a bad word. If you're a
Oh.
bigot, it's because you're either a racist or sexist or
or rapist.
rapist. Oh God, no, they don't call rapists bigots. They just call them rapists. They get their own word because it's
Okay.
so good. Like the level of bad is so good. Rapists get their own ist.
Gotcha.
Biggest. No, biggest. No, it's not big and small. Biggest. Bigot.
Bigot.
Bigot. B-I-G-O-T.
I think Polish people have a dish. They have similar word for this dish. Bigot.
Dish?
Bigak.
Dish? You mean like
Yeah.
food?
Yeah, bigak. Bigot.
Big cock?
Bigger, something bigger.
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 Okay.
Yeah, I will Google it later.
All right. But yeah, that's it would be a little crazy. But I think man, I'm sure all of us have heard it, but we've got friends that are upset, and I feel like regardless of whatever would have happened, like people just don't feel good. They never do this, by the way. They never do this in any other. What is going on? They're 69ing. Hey, that's enough. But I felt like people went into this election just like previously 2 terms ago with Hillary and Trump, that people went in and voted and didn't 100% feel good about their vote.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I don't think people honestly, on both, like, I don't think people honestly voted for Kamala and felt like 100% this is going to be great.
For her,
I also don't think people voted for Trump and thought 100% everything's going to be great. And that usually happens for any candidate, but more than ever, this is the one. That's how you get pink eye, Lilia.
Pink eye?
Yeah.
What's the pink eye?
You don't know how to get pink eye?
No.
You know how people get pink? You know what pink eye is, right?
No.
It's basically an infection of the eye.
Conjunctivit.
What? What are you trying to say?
Can you please get off me?
Such an interrupted podcast. Pink eye is basically when you have like an infection.
It's all about politics.
Yeah, it's about politics and pink eye.
Yeah, always interrupted.
Yeah. But pink eye is when you have an infection in your eye. It gets super red, and it almost swells. Sometimes it can swell shut, but it's disgusting. And the way you get pink eye, poop particles.
Rub your eye.
Poop particles.
Someone's butthole?
No, it's poop particles.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, rubbing your face, like mashing your face in someone's... that could happen, but that's how you get pink eye. Specifically, it's poop particles.
No
So if someone
way.
farts in your eye, you're probably going to get pink eye. Or like little dog poops.
That's conjunctivit. Conjunctivit.
Connectivity?
Conjunctivit.
That's the name of the dish? Or pink eye?
Pink eye
Okay.
in Russian is conjunctivit.
Connectivit.
Yes, it's
Sounds like a fun Wi-Fi router.
conjunctivitis in your
Conjunctivitis.
in your language in
It's called
conjunctivitis.
blepharitis, really, but conjunctivitis. Connectivit. That sounds like a fun like video game console,
Mm-hmm.
like Xbox. Connectivit.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Keep going.
the new Connectivit 2.
Polish dish is bigos.
Bigot.
Bigos.
Polish biggest. And
Yeah,
what is it made out of? What is it made out of?
Traditional Polish stew using pork, kielbasa, and sauerkraut. Great for a cold winter's day.
And a dash of sexism. And a pinch of racism. Mm-hmm. We got to remember all those.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I don't
of racist.
and a bit
Rapist.
just the slightest racism.
And slightest rapism.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what these 4 years are really going to do. I mean, it's weird. We're not really a political podcast, but I think people need to calm down a bit because nothing really, like nobody's lives, nobody.
You calm down.
You calm down.
You calm down.
I am calm.
You calm down.
I don't even care.
It's you who speak about politics this podcast.
No, but
So
I'm
you
saying
calm
we're.
calm down.
I am.
Calm
I'm
down.
calm. I'm saying in a calm way though.
Oh.
You
okay.
see, that's the difference. As people need to have, we're not going to talk too much into it, but people just need to have, America is all about democracy. Democracy is built on conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And conversations can only be productive if both sides talk to each other. That's not the world we live in right now.
Mm-hmm.
If someone just straight up, I'll see now like dating profiles that'll say, and if you're a Trump voter, don't even like, go ahead and swipe left. Like we're not even gonna start. And that's not how things used to be.
It's you using Tinder and you see this
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, fuck, okay, I'm swiping.
No, I'll swipe right for anyone's like, oh, if you're a liberal, hard pass. If you're a conservative, hard pass. But I'll try to match with everyone, and then I'll get them
small penis, swipe left.
so I swipe right on everybody, and I'll build them up, and I'll have them get conflicted. And then at the end, after they fall in love with me, I'll tell them everything, the opposite of what they wanted to hear, but they've already fallen for me. And I say, see, it's possible to change and it's possible to love people on the other side. I just do it as a social experiment.
I would hate you.
No, because you say that now, but if I already captured your heart, you would be torn. In fact, I don't even think you'd be torn.
You would break the heart, though.
I wouldn't break the heart because you would do it in installments, just to help them start opening up their mind. You're like, oh, you know how like you could be with someone and you start finding out a little bit more about their personality, and then you go, oh, I never really thought of it that way. But in a different setting, if it was just a stranger, you'd be like, no, I disagree completely. Was that me? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's your iPad.
Bloop. It's my eye butt.
With the red eye.
Yeah, with my, that's actually a really good point. You keep this too close to your butt, and then what do? Put it close to your face, and then you rub. When people rub their eyes, that's how they get pink eye.
The way.
Seriously.
No, just wash your hands.
I know. Wash your damn hands. Nobody washes their hands. I wash my hands. If I want to touch my face, I'll scrub up like a surgeon, just so I can like pop or scratch myself, whatever it is.
That's too much.
No, it's not.
That's too much.
Well, outside of the stress acne I have right now, why do you think I have such beautiful skin? It doesn't bode well right now. But
so if you have acne around your kind of mouth, that means that you rubbed your face in someone's butt.
In butthole, yeah,
Ew.
just the butthole.
Harvey's.
I do love your dog though. I just go rub it all over me. No, but how about this? What would you do if you like? What would be your main, the first like point of action if you were president?
Having a background in a law, because my first bachelor's law.
Bachelor's.
My first bachelor's is law, and I was specifically focusing in a constitutional organization, country organization, like all this kind of politics.
Sure.
Thing, not the criminal, not the like. Even though that we have like general education, of course, you have to know the law of a criminal law, the civil laws, everything like that. But I was focusing like my last 2 years, it was primarily about politics. But I am not a specialist. I'm not an expert in politics whatsoever, because I am like, I don't understand anything in this. After 4 years of studying.
Well,
but
pointless, right?
Yes, but the thing is, it is very childish to kind of like think, oh, if I would become president, I would cancel this, and I would, create this law and this law. It's not that easy, because everything is connected. You're connected to your Senate. Like, what's the
Senate, like Congress.
Yes, you cannot, if at least in my country, America, I'm kidding.
It is your country.
Yeah. At least in Russia, even if president have some like, big federal laws, as I remember, it has to be signed too, not only by president.
Yeah, right.
Even though that he has the biggest like role in the country. So let's say if I, as a president, decide to like, in Russia, I'm not talking about US. If I am in Russia, decide to like, legalize the marijuana as a president, it wouldn't be possible probably, because this is a federal
If you could
level.
have any of your way, the question is, what would you do if you could have your way? Good Lord. Good Lord.
Probably.
Do you want to legalize marijuana? It's already been done in a way, so.
Leave it. Back up. Honestly, if I become president, I would actually, since I'm an immigrant and I went through everything.
Oh my God. This never happens, guys.
Why?
They know the camera's on. That's why.
Harvey! Иди сюда. Быстро.
We're going to start the OnlyFans for the
Down.
OnlyFans for the dogs.
Down. Быстро.
Bestra.
Down.
Bestra.
Down.
What's down in Ruski? Ruski. Huh?
Лежать.
Bajat.
Лежать.
Lejat.
Лежать.
Lejat.
Лежать.
Lejat your butt.
Лежать.
Lejat.
Лежать.
Lejat.
So, since I went through the immigration, I would probably make it easier for people to immigrate.
This is
Not
bias.
only.
Of
not,
course you're going to pick this
no,
one.
no, no. Not only in the US. Like, let's say I want to live in Italy or Switzerland. It's so hard to immigrate over there. Like, they don't have like green card lottery. Like
No, they don't
the
have
US.
that.
Yes.
It's
And
all or
way,
nothing in
yes,
that country.
it's
Yeah.
way harder to immigrate in like Europe countries. Like I know the Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They have a really, really great opportunities to immigrate. For you guys, it's like tips and tricks. If you have a passive income of like around $4,000 a month,
Mm-hmm.
you prove it to Portugal, and they will give you the permanent residency over there.
That's it?
Yes.
$50,000 a year? 48,000?
Yeah, you have to. It's
Jesus.
supposed to be passive income, not like you are physically
Oh.
working. It's like passive.
When you say
income.
passive, secondary income?
Like let's say.
Oh, no one has secondary income. Very few people have secondary income.
Let's say I don't know. I have Airbnb. It's my passive income, or investments, and they are like bringing me money.
Most people don't have that though.
That's why
Most people don't
that's
even make
why-
50,000 a year.
That's
in
why
America.
it's hard to immigrate to like to
Passive
Portugal.
income? Jesus
Passive
Christ.
income, yes.
All right.
But like let's say Italy or Switzerland or Iceland, they have like very, very, very like limited like ways to immigrate over there. So I would say as an immigrant, of course, I would make some programs that would be like testing people throughout the years. Not like, okay, you won the lottery. Just like everything, like your health is good, you have a good background, okay, we will take you. No, there would be like definitely some sort of like a ways to prove that you good fit for America. I would say like you're a good taxpayer. You are, I don't know, like maybe very good like helping other people, donations, like some like really charity good maybe person, like whatever. So everything that would show and prove me that you are like really, really, really a good fit for this country, you are welcome. But still, like maybe you should go, okay, I give you like after, let's say, I will explain it to you.
Jesus.
Oh my
Everyone's
God.
voted you out. They changed their mind. They said
No,
this was a terrible
was-
mistake.
I was
We're
here-
not ready for a female president.
I was here for 4 years as a student, right?
Yeah.
So I had a clear background. I don't have any tickets. I'm driving good. Like everything is fine. I'm a great person. So give me like a test permanent residency. Like I don't know, not green card.
Put
like
you on a
let's say-
trial period.
Yes, like
and
for
watch
3
you.
years.
So what would qualify someone as a, like, yeah, you're going to be, you work. Like these are the check boxes that we're looking for during your trial period to give you permanent residency. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Because the standard
clear-
is so low.
clear background. Good English. Great. So it's supposed to be a good English.
So what a good English.
A good English. No,
Okay.
no.
So would you pass? Would you pass yourself?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like barely?
Not barely. I think I would be like a medium. It wouldn't be excellent, but still, I'm
Like
I'm,
80%.
I'm keeping up the
you have
conversation.
to,
really,
you have to pass 80% of the English test.
I would say yes.
Okay.
Because you know, sometimes you speak to a person and they're like, "Oh, you don't know. I don't know what to." It's just not
Got it.
really great.
What's
I
an
mean,
adjective?
I'm not talking about like parents immigrants. It's a way different.
No,
like,
the
way of
test
immigration.
applies to everyone the same. The trial period. So everyone has to study up.
No,
to
I'm
that.
like I'm.
You can't have tiered versions.
No. I'm about the
Congress
immigrants.
denies.
Immigrants with the zero, like relatives
Okay.
in the U.S. Whatever. I have zero relatives in the U.S. So after 4 years, like let's say study, you have 3 years kind of probation period.
Mm.
You get your green card, and then you have like 5 years another probation for the green card holder,
Yeah.
and then you get your citizenship. At least this is a way to immigrate here. In any other country, I'm not speaking about the US, like, specifically. I'm just like speaking generally. So this would be like, maybe this pisses me off so much. I was born on the planet Earth. Why do I need to get some visas to visit other countries?
I know who you're sounding like?
I am big nature nerd. Like, I want to go Iceland because I want to see.
You're just a hippie, though. People don't like hippies. That's why they all died out.
I want to visit countries to see the nature, the culture,
but
and stuff like that.
You're just today's hippie. But that's the hippie.
Okay,
The hippie
whatever.
generation was in the '60s, and they are all gone.
No, I don't.
They're all gone. It didn't work. If you don't tell anyone you're of the earth, they're gonna roll their eyes and go, "Oh, this bitch."
No, I'm just like speaking in general.
You're gonna lose voters if you say I'm from the earth. Everybody hates hippies.
It's not about being hippie. It's just because,
Okay.
like, generally speaking.
So you're obviously, and this is conflict of interest, but your first act as president is going to make the permanent residency qualifications easier, basically.
I would invent.
Invent? You don't have to invent anything.
No.
You would just make it easier, easier process.
Not only easier process. I would invent more of a immigration programs, I would say. Like Canada. Canada is an amazing country.
They already have that. They'll say there are different types of visas.
They have multiple types of like programs that you can like immigrate. If you, for example, like worked in your country for like minimum of 2-3 years in a specific like professions, like specialties, so you can get like your permanent residency through expressway or whatever the program called. So you have ways to immigrate to Canada. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Express entry.
Express entry. They pay the Disney Express Pass, Express line. I don't want to fucking wait in line.
Yeah,
I'll pay the 800.
You come there and you see Elsa and Anna.
And then you got to go back. All right. Shushu. Okay. So it took you 15 minutes to say that you just make better options for permanent residency.
Okay, yes.
Better processes, improved processes, and
Yes.
better, more expanding options on permanent residency.
And of course, make good friends with other countries. I don't want to fight other countries anymore.
Every candidate says that. You'll just, she's too busy. She didn't end up doing anything for international diplomacy. And then they'll hate you.
And
then the polls will come back.
Of course. Invest as much money as possible to the science, especially in medicine.
Sure.
To
cure cancer.
Cure cancer.
Better fucking cure cancer by now.
Find a way to treat autoimmune, because it's like it's a
Pandora's box.
Because nobody knows like why it happens. Like autoimmune.
I think you're failing the English test, by the way. Your own English qualification.
Shut up.
But no, I get that. I would.
What would you do?
Mine is going to be, I'm going to piss off both parties, but in a way they have to like work together on it. They're like, shit. Like they both go, damn it. He's right. I would have. When people go on dates, the man has to pay. So there's that crowd goes, damn. The man has to pay.
Because men get more money than women.
The man has to pay. The first 2 dates. But if she asks to hang out, and they hang out, if she says yes to a third date, she has to let him go to second base.
Huh?
She has to let him go to second base.
What second base?
Like boobies, hands.
Oh, she has to allow him to
we
touch?
can't be wasting time. So it's up to them. They know by third base or by third date has to be second base or more. But we're not here to waste our time. So guys will kind of be like, okay, never mind. Yes.
Isn't it actually?
And girls get what they want because they want their dates paid for.
You know what? Isn't it like actually? I remember I spoke to multiple of my male friends, and they're like, "Why man supposed to pay for women? Blah blah blah." Because you make more money than women.
Oh, are
like
you one of those women?
averagely.
See, so now there's probably a group of women that'll say, that's not how it goes. But another group would say, yeah, because men get paid more by the dollar than women. which has been unfortunately disproven, and that's why the feminist movement is
Women,
weakening.
there's a great way to save money and have more money. You can find a man.
That's already, they're like, no, it's not worth it.
I don't want to speak about feminism and like whatever, men, women, in any communities because it's so complicated and people get so offended by that.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's extremely complicated, but why would people take offense to that? It's things that we have to work out. The only problem, at least the early feminist movement, was really rooted around the gender pay gap, right? And the issue now, and the reason why you don't really see it in the media anymore, you don't see people talking about it, you don't see speeches about the gender pay gap, is because it was disproven, unfortunately. And it's like, yeah, that still sucks because it just feels like, yeah, women professions or women, majority of women in certain professions are possibly, it feels like they're underpaid or just why aren't women making as much money? But unfortunately, when they looked at all of the data, you can't just include gender as a variable.
Sexism is actually sucks. Honestly,
It does suck.
I was a couple months ago. I was looking for an office for our business, whatever.
Oh, you're like the landlords or whatever. They're like, oh, you're just a woman. You don't know business. Okay, how does it go? You're the landlord and I'm you. Okay, so you treat me how you were treated.
I will explain. I will give you a little more of a background.
No, just do it right here for the audience.
No, let me explain something.
Let them feel it.
Yes, we will feel it, but let me give you a little bit of a background. So when I wasn't alone walking, and
let's do it now.
Everything was okay. Everyone was so respectful. Yeah, okay.
Oh, when you were by I think
but
they would
when
be a
I
bitch
went
with you, with a man.
But when my business partner / boss, whatever.
You could say husband, by the way. Okay.
/ husband was with me.
They just kept talking to him.
That's when it started. Yes. Like most of the landlords, they were like fine, but one was like, I could ask question and he's like, turn from me and start speaking to my husband.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm here. I ask you a question. Yeah. Answer to me.
You would ask the question and the person would turn to Slava and start answering it. That's fucking hilarious, though.
Right? It's like, I was like, what the fuck?
What is the total square footage? Well, sir. And he just takes Slava
Not
with
like,
him.
well, sir. He would be like, I would ask, like, what about the, is it a modified gross or this is a triple net? Like, what type of, lease conditions you have? And he's like, well,
little girl.
Well, we can talk, right? We can discuss it. If you need modified gross, we can figure it out. It's okay. I was like,
yeah, woman.
I'm like, what? And
too
my
complicated.
My husband is like, yeah. We kind of like looked at the property, whatever, and then we were in the car, and I'm like, so my husband is like, the space is great, and I'm like, but he is a asshole, and he's like, yeah, but he's asshole. I wouldn't work with him. Because
don't give him the satisfaction of signing that lease.
Yeah.
Or you guys start playing a game. If you already know, like, we're definitely not gonna go with this guy just because the guy ruined the experience or whoever it is, then have Slava immediately play like a dumbass. So if he keeps they keep directing all of the answers or updates or whatever to Slava, have him go like, "Do you drive a red car?" This will be great for all my activities and toys. And just sit there. Then they'll start talking back to you.
No, I don't want it to be this way. Like, oh, because he's retarded, then we will be like,
but it's so good.
We will be like, okay, talking to her. No, I want man.
Okay, fine.
To
super serious.
Because I'm
super
like,
serious.
I'm
then have him go like, how insulated are your walls in terms of noise cancellation? Let's say for small human screams. Does it muffle out that noise, or will the neighbors hear that? like super serious, but just understanding like, yeah. How strong are the studs mounting a lot of items that could a human pull away and rip the studs out?
I don't understand. Why do you ask this question?
You failed the English question. You
No,
failed the
no, no.
English test.
No. I know what you
To
say.
make him
but
look like a murderer.
who?
Slava. So then they'll
No.
direct back to you.
I want a respect, like a real pure respect. That's it.
Okay,
Because
the real
can
thing
make-
I would do,
because
not dating.
I can make these great decisions myself,
Yeah.
right?
So
Maybe
my
I'm,
thing is
I'm
going to
actually
be
smarter.
education reform.
You know how much my IQ is?
12.
No, 136.
In
And
Russian, though. That's
No,
like
no, no, no.
rubles.
English.
It means nothing.
But in
136 rubles?
IQ level. But
That's like
do you know?
2 IQ points
but
in
my
America.
but my husband is 131.
131?
He's a good, not average, but like upper average, and I'm a kind of considered already genius-ish.
Genius-ish. Wow.
Genius-ish.
I'm sure you would have said that eloquently in Russian, though.
Genius.
I am genius-ish. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it doesn't matter. I wouldn't want to be the president anyway. You know why? The biggest thing is every time after a president finishes their
You
term,
would die by that
look
time.
how fucking gross they look after.
But also you would die by
So
that
stressed.
time because you eat so much.
Yeah.
Your body wouldn't handle it to
I
live
think
until
the
80 years.
was it the presidential salary is just under $500,000 a year. And you don't spend it. Like they take care of everything, all your needs. You don't pay rent. You don't pay rent to live in the White
in
House.
the White House.
I think you still pay taxes though, but you don't
Yeah.
pay for your food. You don't pay for your living. You probably just pay for your own clothes, or you think they give you those suits, those nice suits?
I don't think it's like actually. I don't think this is it's theirs. It's just like stylists kind of give them clothes. They took.
You think so? Where's that? But is that taxpayer suits?
Give it to us, yeah.
How many blue ties, red ties do you think they order every year?
I don't know,
Jeez.
but I think this is This is nice. Oh, this is nice to be a president in these terms. You drive nice cars. You eat.
You don't even
well,
drive it. Someone drives it for you,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, 100 dudes
and you
block
have
bullets
private
for you.
jets. You have private jets.
Yeah, you have a private
You
jet.
fly
Traffic, you're
wherever
never
you
in
want.
traffic also.
Yeah.
Because they shut everybody down just so
Yeah.
you can get out there.
Yeah.
So that's an asshole thing to do. I wouldn't want to go anywhere because every time
You
Americans
know,
are going to be so pissed off.
Is it France or what country that is the president is just like riding a bicycle to his job?
Oh, I think I heard that. Is it a president though, or was it like a
Venezuela?
senator
No.
or something? Well, it's one of those countries. They all
Mm.
they all like walk and take the bus.
Mm.
Sorry.
But
Yeah.
I think staying humble and down to the earth, down to the ground, down to the earth,
You're close. Just
Down
be
to
confident. Pick the one that you
down
feel
to
is
the earth.
down to the earth. Yes.
Yeah.
Being down to the earth.
Okay.
Hippie. You fucking hippie. Nobody likes you. People just need to be, I say again, be grateful. Do things within your power to change your life, right? Talk to people. Like, get to know people so you can understand why. Where is it coming from? Why? When you befriend someone, you can change their mind.
Also, I really, 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 really much like,
Really much like.
Alexei Navalny, who was murdered, and
Nobody cares.
But no. My point is that unfortunately, presidents are so like they're promising a lot to people before their election. Don't promise.
They
Just-
have to. You have
just-
to get the vote. How do you
just-
get the popular vote?
Just go and do things. Like
Yeah,
you can.
but it's easier said
You
than
can
done.
invest in a medicine. You can invest in the science. You can help people. You don't need to say, "Oh, once I will be president, I will like give you
Yeah,
half a
but
million."
that's what you have to do. That's the only way to get the votes. Because then they'll say you have no plan.
No,
Even
but
if it's just this.
just I would actually. I want some sort of like a report. Like, okay, before I was a president, I did this, and that.
Yeah,
built-
but how
I
would
built-
you have done it? How would you have done it on the senator level if the House doesn't? vote your way.
I built a hospital.
How?
I helped people, like, I don't know, with cancer.
With what funding? Where'd the funding come from?
Do you know to get through election? Do you know how many billions of dollars they spent?
Yeah, but where did you get the funding for it?
Whatever funding they get before election, just spend it on people, to see.
So you're
we can
talking about
see,
for
like,
your
what are you capable
nomination
of?
for your presidential run, you want to take that money instead and just give back, right? So then no one's going to know who you are. You won't have any platform. You won't have any paid media. No one's going to know who you are to vote for you in the first place.
Those kind of people who are electing,
Yeah.
they
That's
have a
what-
lot of money.
Yeah, but
They
that's
have a
what
lot of
works
money.
because they put a lot of media, paid media
So-
dollars to get their voices
So
heard.
just spare a couple millions. Just spare a couple millions.
Oh, that's all we
And-
needed. We just needed $1.5 million more dollars. Cancer's cured. Thank you, Lilia. President Lilia.
It's not about only cancer. I'm talking even like, people like with Down syndromes or like, I mean, not Down syndromes, but those like children with some, tumors. You can cure it.
So we know the campaign bullet points for nominee Lilia Astachov is going to be easier access to permanent residency, more options for living in America, like visa options, probably an expanded list of visa options, Down syndrome support, kids with some sort of tumors, and you and taking
More dark
money
shelters.
and giving back to the people
It's not
instead
giving
of
back.
running your
No.
campaign.
No, you don't get me wrong.
Down
I'm not
syndrome. I
saying. I'm
know.
not saying. No. I'm not saying. Okay, I have spare $2 million. Okay, 200 people. I will give it away. No, I'm just like do something for people.
Yeah, I
like
know.
build
The Down
more
Syndrome
schools.
Foundation.
Build more schools.
Yeah. You
Yeah?
could build maybe a quarter of a school with $1 million.
Billion.
A bit. Where are you going to get a bit? Oh my God.
They
It's
spend-
so easy,
they
isn't it?
spend
It's just
so
so
much-
easy.
They spend so much money.
In your head,
They
it's so
spend
easy for
much
you.
money. They spend so much money. Believe
So then
me.
all the
They
Down
have a
syndrome
lot
children
of-
are like, "Hi, Lilia. Thank you for the half-built school that I can't go to yet. You got my vote." You got 50 votes, by the way, because of this new campaign you're running.
But these 50 votes, I mean, this like built school, I will show to people like rest of the country. I built a school.
And they're gonna say, "We don't care. What are you gonna do about a healthcare epidemic?"
I cured tumor.
Imagine on CNN, we're like, "Thank you. Tonight we have nominee Lilia versus nominee so and so, and first we're gonna go right into the first question. Senator Astachov, what are you gonna do about the healthcare epidemic?" Look at the school. You have a picture frame. Look at the school I built. That's not even a finished school, ma'am. What a loser.
No, I think that like at least in Russia, we don't have like our like playgrounds, like children playgrounds.
You're going to build playgrounds in America?
Listen to me. No, I'm not. We're not speaking about America. I'm saying like if I become president in general somewhere.
In the world. No, we're talking America.
Oh, America.
Oh my God. Get out of here. The show's over. Thank you for listening.
Because $2 million
It's a lot of money in Russia.
In Russia, yes.
We've been talking about here, your home.
My
Duh.
home.
What do you think we've been talking about this whole time? Oh
No,
my
I know. No,
God.
No, I mean, like, you could do multiple things to show and prove people that you are capable of being president before
But
just
all
being like,
senators do that. Or most of them are
cocky,
senators
like, oh,
before they.
I can do this and I can do that and I will stop this and I will stop. Just, it's all talk.
Yeah, but most people, to get to that level, they have to be in a position of power. Usually the path is going like justice system and eventually becoming a senator. Most senators can only do so much because it requires massive amounts of votes. And most of the senators don't get their way. So what senators end up doing is they don't get their own agendas accomplished. They have to follow the masses. What's the most popular thing? And I vote on it. And then later they show your resume. Lilia supported this certain endeavor. Lilia denied this one. And like your opponent would use that against you. Certain things like, oh, Lilia was not in support of this. Even though you thought at the time, I think this is important to either deny that, bill or support this bill. So regardless, someone's always going to come after you and turn it the other way. Like Lilia supports Planned Parenthood. She kills innocent babies. Like it'll always turn. It doesn't matter which way you choose. It'll always be. If you say, well, then, okay, I don't want to kill any of the unborn babies. She is taking away women's rights. Right? You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I don't want to kill innocent babies, but I think every woman is capable of deciding what she wants to do with her baby, like unborn baby.
So again, you chose, and then your incumbent would end up saying,
This
you
is
are
not my
a murderer.
responsibility. This is
You
not
don't
my
care.
responsibility.
Oh, it's not your responsibility.
Listen.
See, I'm trumping you. Oh, it's not her responsibility. She wants to kill unborn babies.
What I want to say.
I never killed a baby.
Oh, really?
I never
Oh,
killed any
really?
babies.
Really?
I don't know what she's talking about. She should go back to her country.
We should cut it out. But I think someone in this country thinks, damn, I wish your mom killed you as a
My mom had a chance, but she didn't because it was illegal at the time. See why things are great?
No, what I want to say is that, yes, the presidents are kind of like capable of deciding the nation's like big decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my freedom, like we have this actually expression in Russian, but my freedom ends where someone's freedom
Begins.
Oh,
Your
begins,
freedom
yeah.
ends when someone's freedom begins?
Like where?
Example.
No.
What?
My freedom ends where someone's freedom began.
Example.
So I'm free, like as a regular person, I'm free to do whatever I want.
Every person is free to do it. Like
Whatever.
free to a point.
Whatever.
You can't
to
murder
a point,
people.
To a point where
Yeah.
your freedom begins. I cannot come and just like cut your dick off just because I wanted to cut it off because this is
I
my
see
freedom.
what you're saying.
So we
well,
all
you-
have
yeah.
like our boundaries, like as a people.
yeah.
I don't want to cross your boundary to do whatever you want with your body because this is your freedom.
Sure.
And I am not responsible for your freedom.
Right.
And I cannot
But
like...
but if you apply it the other way, like keep going down the line. So you said, well, we have rights. We both have rights, but we can't infringe other people's rights. Correct? So it's like saying, well, you have the right to live and so do I. Therefore, you can't kill me. Or at least you should. You can kill me, but it's illegal. That's why we have the laws. If I want to kill someone else, you would say you can't do that. Even though it has nothing to do with you, I'm not violating your rights. Well, I'm gonna kill someone else, right? So you said I'm not infringing your rights. I'm just gonna kill this person. It has nothing to do with you. So that would be a way someone would use the same argument
It's
about
so complicated.
It's super complicated. I don't know.
People, you don't think that I'm like, just...
I don't know what the right answer is.
I don't...
I like to stay
exactly.
out of it
I'm
because
like,
for me it's your body.
I genuinely
Sure.
don't know the
I think it's
answer to
both
this.
though. I think we have to come to terms like it's your body, like you can make the decision, but I also need you to like admit you're killing a life. It's both.
That's what
It's
billboarders say.
Huh?
That's what billboarders...
What English test is this?
That's what billboards saying.
Billboards? Yeah.
Yeah, like, mommy, I want me to leave.
Yeah. Like,
Give me
help,
life.
don't.
Give
Yeah.
me life.
Well, I think, how about this, though? If a woman wants to
This
keep
is-
a
okay,
baby,
this is
then
the same
does
with
the man have
religion.
the right not to pay?
Huh?
If he didn't want the baby?
That's very interesting question.
Mm-hmm. So if you got pregnant and you're like, I want to keep it, and Slava's like, I don't want a child right now. Like, this is not a good time for me. And you're like, we're going to have this baby. And he's like, you got to take care of it. And you can't, I'm not paying. No child support.
No, when you start thinking about it, isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God. There is no right answer.
There's no right answer. It
Mm.
sucks. But again, people will say, no, there is a right answer. And you two are bigots.
We are not bigots, and we hope that our audience is like smart enough to understand that this is just all banter, and this
Banther.
banter.
Rawr, Banther.
Me personally, I am genuinely like innocent. I don't know what to
Yeah,
do in
right.
this
You
life.
said a couple of things
In
there. Like, bitch, we just heard you.
No, it's not because this is like my true opinions. No, it's just like I'm trying to understand like how things work. So, thanks for being number one.
Thank you for being number one. Thank God I was born.
How do Ivanka Trump?
You do Ivanka.
I
Then.
don't know. I never heard her speaking.
Do you mean
really.
Melania?
Oh, Melania, yeah. I've never heard her
She
speaking.
almost never.
I never heard her speaking.
Thank you for. I was gonna do Trump again. I think she's like, thank you very much for being number one. I think it's your
Yes.
voice, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys. You are number one.
Thanks.
So you are.
Thanks, guys. So you are.